So here I am at long last with Madonna in her trailer in the middle of the rehearsal hall. How are you doing?
I'm doing really pretty good, considering the fact that I haven't slept in about 3 months.
And you sound a bit husky.
Yeah, I'm losing my voice.
Is that too much singing?
Too much singing and too much screaming at everybody.
So how well is the rehearsal going?
I think we're doing really well, considering all the work that's being done. This is a really complicated show.
I get the impression you're not very good at delegating, that you have to oversee every part of everything. Yeah, that's why you're so tired.
Yeah, it's true.
Is that because you're a perfectionist, or because so the team around you must be pretty good to satisfy?
Yeah, they're great. If they're not, they're gonna know about it.
So how many people, we're in this huge, it's like an aircraft hangar, how many people are working on Madonna's new show?
Oh my God, I don't even know. I mean, there's 7 dancers, 2 singers, me, 10, 8 musicians, 18. All the musicians have their own tech.
What's a tech?
Like someone who takes care of their instrument and stuff. Okay. So that's 8 more. I mean, and then there's people who work the soundboards, and there's people who do the lighting, and then there's all the guys that move all this stuff. And I mean, there must be 100 people in here working right now. What
kind of set's it going to be? I mean, every time you go out, there's something different. Mm-hmm. Every 2 years, you tend to come up with something new, something different, something people aren't expecting. Mm-hmm. So what's it going to be this time?
Well, I don't want to give away a lot of the surprises. I want it to be a surprise to people when they see it.
Right.
But I can say that we basically create 4 different worlds on the stage, and in each of these stages a different mood is set, and in each of these moods I choose to put certain songs in the moods. You know what I mean?
Are these old songs or the new songs?
Everything from my very first record to stuff that a lot of people haven't heard from the Dick Tracy soundtrack. So it really runs the gamut from my early records to my present records, and then stuff that's more in the period feel, which was what Dick Tracy's in. There's some stuff that's very 1940s. So I tried to have the best of both worlds, keep a period flavor, but still have some kind of a modern sound to it. Yeah.
So, but you will release maybe a couple of the period tracks as singles.
I'd love to.
I think it's just going to shock so many people.
Yeah. Well, I'm in favor of that.
Do you think, are you a little nervous that although you've got a huge, broad kind of audience, are the 14, 15-year-old kind of fans that you have, are they going to be a little bit, hey, what's this,
Well, the thing is, it's coming out at the same time that Dick Tracy's coming out, so they have to understand that it goes hand in hand with Dick Tracy takes place in 1940. I wear clothes in that I wouldn't wear now. I mean, I think they're going to understand that it comes from a different time. But there's a sort of a cartoon quality about the soundtrack as well.
Right.
I'm sort of taking on a lot of different characters, but trying to keep in that time frame.
I think you'll also capture a new audience, a much older audience. I can see this being played in quite elegant restaurants and things like that. Does that please you?
Of course. I don't care who listens to my music. The more it reaches, the better.
So how long did the album actually take you to make?
I'd say about 8 months.
Is that like normal for you for an album?
No, it takes me less time usually. But I was also shooting the movie while I was writing the songs. And then I changed a lot of the songs based on per the request of Warren Beatty, because I wanted some of them to be in the movie and he wanted me to change some of the lyrics.
Right.
So I had to make alterations that I normally wouldn't have done, because it is in fact a collaboration. It is coming out
together with the movie.
Right.
Talking about the movie, how confident are you about Dick Tracy? It's been billed as the smash of the summer of 1990. Are you confident about that, or are you a little nervous about the hype?
Well, I am nervous about it, but I have a lot of positive feelings about it. I saw a rough cut of the movie recently, and I think it's really great. It's definitely the best movie I've ever been in, and he's the best director I've ever worked with, and he's had a lot of success, and I think it has a lot of commercial appeal, so I think there's a lot going for it that it would be a big hit. I don't want to jinx myself. I'm superstitious, so I just keep my fingers crossed and hope for the best.
How difficult was it for you to be directed by, act alongside with, and be, personally involved with Warren Beatty at the time? Didn't you kind of scratch each other's eyes out all the time?
Not at all.
No? Was it easy?
Well, I mean, first of all, our relationship developed as we were working. It wasn't like we were already involved and then we started doing the movies, so it was it was like the energy that you have when you first meet someone and you're really attracted to them, but you don't know them well enough to scratch their eyes out. You just use that energy was sort of kept us going. You know what I mean? And actually inspired me in the work that we had to do. And he's very professional, and so am I, so there was never a time where we would let
personal issues get in the way.
Yeah, and he's a very, very diplomatic, easygoing director. He's not tyrannical. It's not a tense set, you know what I mean? And he's very generous with actors, and he gives you whatever you need to get the scene done. He can separate. So as long as you can do that, then nobody wants to tear each other's eyes out.
So how do you feel about all the press attention that's not only come on Dick Tracy? I mean, I think probably, you know, if we're both honest, the thing between yourself and Warren Beatty has definitely helped the publicity of the movie. But does that please you in a way, or do you just full stop hate the attention on your personal life?
Well, I mean, if a celebrity's going to go out with a celebrity, people are going to want to know about it. I'm not surprised by it. I just accept it as a way of life.
Is there a limit to what you'll take?
Yeah, I mean, if they're like, it's one thing for them to like say, oh, they're an item, whatever. We saw them going here, we saw them going there. Will they get married? I don't mind anything that's positive. What I don't like is negative. You know, like he's doing this to her, she's doing. I mean, because it's all made up anyways. And if they're going to make it up, they might as well just be positive. That's the only thing I don't like.
Do you think that's damaging to a relationship? When
it can be rough, because even if it's not true, you know, when you read something about,
there's a part of you that
goes, well, do you know that person? Or, you know, I mean, it's hard. It really is hard. You read that the person you're going out with is going out with somebody else. It's like, but you just get a thick skin for it after a while. You just, as long as the relationship's going well, those things don't bother you. It's when it's not going well that you start, you know, sort of tuning into that stuff.
How about your family? How do they feel about kind of the constant attention on your time? Because you've got, what, 4 brothers?
4 brothers and 4 sisters.
4 sisters.
My family doesn't really deal with it. I mean, they don't bring it up. They don't say, God, it really... I can't believe all the attention you get. They don't call attention to it. They just treat me like a normal human being.
Right.
You know, and my brother goes... For instance, my brother is working with me on the show. He's the artistic director. And he's staying at my house right now, and he goes running with me in the morning, and a lot of times there's paparazzi. He just laughs. His picture gets taken too, and he just laughs. I mean, they understand.
Yeah. Do you think your brothers and sisters think it's hard for your brothers and sisters to be Madonna's brother or sister?
Well, I wouldn't want it to be the other way around.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I can't really speak for them. I think it would be hard for anybody to be in that position, to be a sibling of someone who is incredibly famous. But I think I have a really good relationship with all my brothers and sisters, and I think that whatever bad feelings they have about it, or whatever competition they feel, it's healthy.
Yeah.
And that they've all come to terms with it.
How many would you say close friends you have around you?
I'd say I have about 8 to 10 really close friends.
And do you get to see them quite a bit?
They come and visit me when I'm working.
Right.
And if I can't see them, I call them.
Are they all in this business?
Yeah.
Pretty much so, I guess.
Pretty much, yeah. They're in the music business or the movie business, or they're artists in some way.
Yeah. And are they friends that you've known for years and years? Are there old friends from way back?
A couple of them are, and those are my longest friends, like the ones that knew me way back when.
Have you ever found that once you start getting a little bit well known, you can't sometimes relate to your old friends? Some of the old friends perceive you in a different way. Well,
once I left home, which is Michigan, I never could deal with my friends. This was before I was famous. And I can't honestly say that I noticed that my friends that I had before I was famous changed on me. I guess I have to chalk that up to my impeccable taste in people.
So what about the future? How far ahead in the future do you think? Just like the next rehearsal day, or the tour, or the...
I guess I'm thinking about that last day of the show.
Really? And then what? And then what are you going to do?
And then I'm going to take a vacation.
A very long one?
No, I don't like long vacations, but at least 10 days.
That's all you're going to take after a world tour?
Yeah.
10 days?
Yeah.
You're mad. I'd be off for 6 months.
I wouldn't know what to do with myself for 6 months.
Do you think, like, this is where I want to be in 10 years or 20 years or 30 years? Or do you just take what comes, take it real slowly?
Well, I'm not really specific past about a year ahead of myself. I mean, I have visions of myself. I mean, I know that I want to make more movies. I want to keep writing music. and recording. I'm sure that I will get involved in other things in my life. I just know that's, as I've grown, my interests have